spiritual message. How the war will bring 1,000 years of peace on earth. And it could be possibly longer, guys, if we behave and act like adults instead of children. But back to the message. How the war, Iran in United States, will bring 1,000 years of peace on earth. No one has said this. Not a Christian, so-called Christian, and so-called Muslims. Because the ones doing the war are not the real Christians and not the real Muslims. How the war will bring 1,000 years of peace on earth. Remember, I use your own books against you guys. And also, if you follow this war, you are in on this too. If you agree to the war, you're in on this answer. Also, if your children participate in war, they fit in this same description. Look in your Bible, guys. Thou shalt not kill. This is from the higher spirits down. Any of these so-called gurus who's saying it's the Muslim fault, or if you say it's the Christian's fault, because they're pretending to be fighting in the name of God on both sides. Thou shalt not kill is a commandment in their own books. The spiritual side said, do not do harm to others, so you're violating a universal law. I've heard no one give this answer. That's how simple the answers are, guys. Repeat this back to your Christian folks, your Muslim folk. There's no, I was catching an Uber ride and I had an NPC in an Uber. He was in this, he was trying to protect that system. I told him I'm not in the system because the system is a trading places. The system is the fallen angels. So if the fallen angels were in heaven and they fell, what really was earth? Earth became hell, guys. Earth as it is in earth as it is in heaven. When the fallen angels, so they were angels and they fell. That's when earth became the hell. All these people you see in your governments are fallen angels, guys. I just gave you a direct answer. It's no way that a Christian or a Muslim can get around their own commandments in their own books that they say they follow. That's why you know they are not of the true loving God. If you keep repeating this on the entire earth, whoever hears this message, and you share what I just repeated, that see, that's low frequency, guys. You see that? That's what happens when you give a great message. And then you stay in the love and you love them back, for they know not what they're doing. So, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. This is an oral message. We are not in paperwork. Sign of nature, signature is a paperwork. So the oral tradition, the child of the Most High, is sending that out. Now when you see war, you see a so-called expert pretending, defending the war. Could be Mr. Trump, could be the Iran president, could be the generals. They all will fall, guys. This is not the first time. Just no one said these words, thou shalt not kill. They took the law from the universe. We read, but we forget what we read. Spiritual terms, you cannot do harm to others. If I have a weapon, you too can have a weapon. You have to do the crime first before you attack. You can't say, well, they have a weapon, so what? You have a weapon. Did they use the weapon? No. Okay. That's like if you're in the store and I put a candy bar in my pocket, but I ain't left the store. Did I steal the candy bar? You can assume what I'm going to do, but I haven't done it. And then the truth shall set you free. So if you lie about why you do the war, that's two harms. Because you can't lie, which is don't harm anyone. Because you don't know how that lie may affect your brother, your sister. Also, the truth sets you free. Message on the land. Since no one is saying it, except a guy like me. Thou shalt not kill. Please, if you get this message, pass it. See if your Christian folks can defend thou shalt not kill. Then you allow your sons and daughters to participate against their own commandment. Don't tell me you read the Bible and you don't even know your own commandments. Don't tell me you spiritual and you know you're not supposed to do harm to others. Look at the school in Iran, guys. There were children in a school. Let's drop the bomb. Boom! See the patriarch system? That's why it's they all gone, guys. You can't have one guy also with $1 trillion you're celebrating. And when he could give all the Americans, talking about Elon Musk, he could get each American $1 million. But you have a trust fund they're keeping against your will. Because I don't give consent to holding my divine inheritance. I don't give consent to holding my trust fund. Now it's an oral domain. I never signed nothing. I never agreed to it. The parents knew not what they're doing, and they signed a contract not knowing what they're doing. I don't know what law that is, but you can't sign contract unless you're aware what you're signing. I'm here to void the unlawful contract that was signed by my parents without my consent. Because they knew not what they were signing. If they knew that they signed you over to slavery and they signed over your trust fund, would your parents have done it? So they didn't tell you. Contract is void. You must be aware when you're signing a contract with your sign of nature, your signature. It's over, guys. And the 8-day portal, yes, it's still open to the 12th. Higher vibrational energy is in my favor. I've been holding this message, but when you get a message, the spirits keep making you speak on it. That's why I was speaking to the Uber driver. He was like, he was so caught, he couldn't say anything once I said, thou shalt not kill. There was no defense. I have to speak what they know. Those people you see, even the media, thou shalt not kill. That's the question you ask your Christian folks, your Muslim folks. They're all in violation, guys. The land of the law says thou shalt not kill. All your Christian folks, Muslim folks, under universal law, got to go. Can't have war. It's over, guys. Once I decree orally, it only takes one child of the Most High in the name of love, in the name of humanity, that sees through the illusion and call done. Please like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Beyond the veil of shadows, the truth awaits. We are awakening minds.